This is going to be a quick and short video on period tracking apps. The first question your gynecologist would ask you is to describe your periods. What is the length of your cycle? What is the duration of your periods? How many pads do you change in a day? Do you have pain before or after or during your periods? Now, all of these questions might be difficult to answer off the top of your head, mainly because periods have a mind of their own. The quantity, flow, or even the duration may all vary in a single person. So this is where period tracking apps come in handy. Now, the most important thing to remember is almost all of these apps are fertility based. But in this video, we will only be focusing on the period tracking feature of these apps. And there are three that distinctly stand out for various reasons: Period Tracker Lite, Eve by Glow, and Clue. Now, if you are someone who loves the colors pink and purple, then Period Tracker Lite is the app for you. It has bright colors and flowers and butterflies, and it's pretty simple to use. When your period starts, all you have to do is tap, and the calendar feature of the app will show you the approximate ovulation date, the fertile days, and the tentative date of your next period. They also have a lot of login features like mood, your symptoms, your temperature, so you can log all of these into the app as well. The third feature that they have is a blog, which educates you about menstruation in general, PMS, and even types of contraception. But the biggest con in this app is that you cannot analyze your data. You have to buy the premium version for it. Eve by Glow. So out of all the apps that I tried, I think this is the best app for teenagers. It has all the bright colors, it is easy to use, some of the symbols are fancy, and there are also GIF features that I suppose millennials would prefer. The interesting thing about this app is its ease of use, and also it has a message board where members can chat with each other on contraception, PMS, and even menstruation in general without any judgment. The con for me, I would say, is that somewhere it infantilizes a lot of things. Now let's come to the app which was the best suited for me, Clue. The reasons are the interface is simple and clean. It's extremely user-friendly. Like all the other apps, it also has a calendar that marks my ovulation, my period days, and my fertility periods. And more importantly, the attention to detail is great. You can log in your symptoms, your mood swings, sex, pills, emotions, everything. For example, the symbol for protected sex is a man in a sensuous pose wearing a tie, and for unprotected sex, the tie is missing, which I find is quite clever and funny. There are also a lot of other features like medical ailments and things like that, but you can turn those features off if it is not applicable for you. The other feature in the app is inviting someone else to view your history, especially your gynecologist or your partner. I'm not sure if the gynecologist feature is active in India as of yet, and inviting your partner is again, a personal choice. For me, I just think that it's too much pressure on the relationship. The best thing about the app for me are the graphs and the chart. It analyzes every data that you input and it puts it onto a chart so that it's easy to assess your menstrual cycle. This is the kind of app where the more data you feed into it, the cleverer and smarter it gets. To summarize, most of these apps are the best when it comes to period tracking, but they cannot be used as a replacement for contraception or an indicator of any contraceptive technique. Safe days are not really safe. If you want to avoid pregnancy, the only best way is to use contraception. All of these apps have an algorithmically generated fertility period in them which cannot be turned off. So for a lot of women of different sexual orientation, only period tracking might be important for them and not pregnancy. So I don't think these apps are built to acknowledge the varying needs of a wide range of women. The next point is, if you've had a miscarriage or an abortion, your periods might fall far apart on the app, and this might readjust all your previous averages, thereby rendering the app moot. And the final thing is about privacy. Recently, a famous app was on the news for allegedly selling their data for marketing purposes. Now, generally, ethics in technology is questionable, and there are not proper guidelines or regulations. So again, it comes to a personal choice of how much of yourself are you willing to put out there. There are a lot of pros as well as cons for using a period tracking app. But I feel like in this day and age of technology, if something is making your life easier, then why not use it? Thank you for your time and attention. Be well.